Hey guys, we're back with video number 2. This is going to be my go-to night out look. Super easy, super simple. As you can see, I haven't done my hair or my makeup, so I'm going to go do hair and then we will come back. Alright guys, so we're back and now we're ready to start our face. So I just have moisturizer on my face right now, so we're going to go ahead and start with the eyes first. So we are going to take the Tarte concealer and we're going to put this on our eyes to go ahead and prime our lids. Okay, so we're just priming our lids, so we're going to go ahead and just blend that all in underneath your eye. Okay, and then we're just going to take the leftover powder that's on my powder brush, and then we're just going to put that on our eyes, just since we were using a liquid and we're going to go in with powders. It won't stick or anything like that with the eyeshadows. Alright, so the first color that we're going to use is the Color Tattoo by Maybelline, and it looks like this. It is a, I would say it has a little bit of a purple glitter in it, but it is more of a bronze color, if you can see that. And we're just taking this on just a synthetic shadow brush, just something to pack it on, that way it's easier to put on your lid. I'm gonna get a mirror so I can see this up close. Okay, so we're gonna take a little bit of that shadow, and it is more of a cream base, so that's why it's easier if you put it on a brush, because you have more control over it. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on the brush and then lightly glide it on our eye, and we just want it on our eyelid. We don't want it in our crease or above. We just want it all over our eyelid. And the color next that we're going to put on top of it will really make everything pop. And you might have to go back in a couple of times just to make sure all your edges are good. And then once you get it all packed on there to the color that you like, I just then take my finger and then just go ahead and blend out the edges. That way there's no harsh lines and it all blends together. Just like that. And we're going to do the same thing to the other eye. So again, you just take a little bit just on the back of that brush and you're just putting it right on your lid. This is a super easy, simple look just because you're only using 2 shadows, so it's nothing too complicated. And you don't have to really worry about where anything goes. Okay, again, we're just going to go ahead and blend out those edges. And the reason I am doing eyes first is because we are working with darker colors, and the second color I'm about to go with does have a little bit of glitter in it, and so if any glitter does fall out on my face, it doesn't ruin my foundation or anything else that I've already done. I'm just going back and just touching up just a little bit just to make sure that color is as dark as I want it to be. And then the next color that we're going to go with is actually a ColourPop eyeshadow. And this is in the color Super Shock Shadow and the color Blaze. As you can see, I have hit pan because I use it a lot. So we're just going to take a little bit on the back of our finger. And we're just going to put that again all over exactly the color that we just did. And it just adds something extra, and it gives it that really pretty pop of glitter and gold for a night look. I mean, you could wear this during the day if you'd like to as well, but it's really pretty at night. We're going to do the same to the other eye. Again, we just took a little bit on our finger and just dabbing it right on top of that color that we just put down. Just like that. So you see it's really pretty bronze color. And just touching up the sides. And I don't know if you can tell, but I did get a little bit of glitter fallout, so that is why, again, that we didn't do our foundation first, because I didn't want to mess that up. Alright, so we're going to go on to face. We're done with eyes for right now, so I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay, their new priming spray. I think I got this about a week ago, and I actually have really been liking it. Just letting that dry. And normally if I was doing my makeup in the morning, I would put on some type of moisturizer that has sunscreen, but since it is nighttime, I'm just going to use just a regular moisturizer, and this one is the First Aid Beauty, just their Ultra Repair Cream. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my face as well, just to help my foundation stay on and also have a good foundation to stick to. Alright, so we're going to actually go with primer now, and I'm using the Unique Touch Glorious Face Primer. I'm just going to take a little bitty dot of that. Again, we're just putting that on our face. I really focus it in my T-zone just because I am more oily in that area. Around the nose. Alright. So we are done with primers. And we're going to go on to foundation. So the two foundations that I'm actually using today is the L'Oreal, the Infallible, one's the matte one and then one's the luminous one. I actually mix them just because, again, I am oily in my T-zone, so that's when I put the matte one in, and then I put the Pro Glow everywhere else on the outside of my face. So we're going to go in with the matte one first. And I just put a little dot on the back of my hand. And then I put it on my nose, on my forehead, on my chin, on the sides of my nose going into my cheeks. And right there. And then I just put the extra just where my smile lines are at as well. And I'm just going to take a beauty blender, and we're just going to go ahead and blend this in. You don't have to blend it all the way out just because, again, we are going to put that other foundation there. So you really just want to stick this right where your T-zone is at. And you always want to make sure that, a reminder that you're cleaning your beauty blenders. I try to clean mine at least twice a week, if not more, just so that your foundation lays better on your skin. I find that when you haven't cleaned it for a while, your foundation doesn't blend out as evenly if you were to have a clean one. Alright, so now we're going to go in with the Pro Glow one, the luminous one, and it is a little bit more liquidy, since again it is more of a glowy foundation. So we're just putting that on the outside instead of in that T-zone area, everywhere where we didn't put that first foundation. So more on the sides. And you can put as much as you want on. That is your personal preference. I don't like a huge I don't like the feeling of a lot of foundation on my face, so I try not to put too much on of each different one, but sometimes I do. So once you blend everything in, I just kind of go back over all over my face and just kind of blend both of those together. Just to make sure that everything also blended down on your neck. You want your neck and your face to be the same color, or at least try to be the same color. One also good tip about doing your eyeshadow first is that if you either kind of get a little sloppy with it or you mess up, you can always go back in with your foundation and your concealer and fix those edges. So it is almost like doing the tape trick to get a sharp line. It's about the same thing. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the concealer, and again, same thing with when I primed my eyes. I'm going to take that same shade in the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm just putting that in the corner of my eyelids, and I'm dragging it out. Same thing on this side, putting it right in the corner of the eye, and then dragging it out. A little bit on my chin, down the bridge of my nose, and then a little bit on my forehead. The rest that's on the wand. We're just going to blend that together. And you really want to blend your concealer out. So you'll start at the top and then work your way almost down to your nose area. Basically in an upside down triangle. But you really want to bring it up and out. That way it will really brighten and look like you are more awake. And the Tarte Shape Tape concealer is great. It's very full coverage, so if you do suffer with dark under eyes or you don't get a lot of sleep or anything like that, it will do wonders for you. So we're doing the same thing to the side again. You're just blending that out, going down to about the tip of your nose here. You can do underneath if you'd like, but just to the tip. And then from that tip, you're just going straight out. And if you hear any music, my boyfriend is on his phone in the background. Alright, so almost done with this step. You always just want to double check and make sure everything is blended together. Because once you set that powder on top of it, you can't go back. Alright, so now that we are done with our concealer and foundation, we're going to go ahead and do our loose powder. Any loose powder will work. I actually have two different ones right here. This one's a CoverGirl one, and then this one is, it's called the Airspun Loose Face Powder. You can actually get these at Walgreens. So I think we're going to go in today. I'm almost actually out of this one, so we'll see if I have enough left to do the face with it. I think we got a little bit in there. Alright, so you're just going to put this powder everywhere where you put that concealer. And this is really just going to help lock in your foundation and also make sure that it doesn't move or slide anywhere during the day. And again, any loose powder will work. It's going to give it the same effect. And with both of these, I have not had any issues with flashback. So when taking photos at night or during the day, having flash, whenever you see your photo and your face either looks white or you can see white under here, I haven't had any issues with that with either one of these powders. So, and again, they are drugstore, so they are affordable. You can get them at any drugstore, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, anything like that. They do have them there. Like I said, I am almost out, so we're trying to get out as much as we can. Alright, so we're going to let that sit on our face or bake for just a little bit. So we're actually going to go back into the eyes. And we're going to put on a little bit of eyeliner. And I don't do a wing or anything like that. I've tried. I just don't like the way it looks on my eyes. So I just use the NYX. This is the Trish Jolie eyeliner pencil. And then I just do my upper waterline and lower waterline. So we're just going to do our upper waterline right now. Okay. And this will just basically help when you do your mascara. It just makes it darker. I always almost put my eye in this eye for some reason. Alright. I'm actually going to go in with the Maybelline Big Shot Colossal Mascara. I've been loving this one. It gives me the fullness and the amount of volume that I like. So we're going to go in with that. Go ahead and curl my eyelashes. And this is just a really old Revlon eyelash curler. So again, we're going to go in with mascara. And you're just going to go from the base of your eyelashes to the very tips. Just making sure you're getting each lash. And then I sometimes take my wand and go on top just to make sure it gets an extra coat. And you see the difference just that gives from not having anything on. It just gives the right amount of volume. And I like the wand. It's not too big or it's not too skinny or flimsy. They did a really good job when they created this mascara, I feel. My bangs are in the way. This one hair is going to be the death of me all day. All day. And I'm sorry if the camera isn't exactly on my face or the mirror is in front of the camera. I'm slowly getting used to how everything has to be laid out. Alright. So I normally like to go back in with 2 coats. You can just leave it like this if you'd like. I just go in with 1 more. Alright, so while that's drying, while our mascara is drying, we're actually going to go back to the face and we're going to take our powder brush, and I'm going to be using my powder out. I'm going to be using the Younique Mineral Touch Pressed Powder, and I actually need a new one because I have almost gone through all of this. And you're just going to use this powder everywhere where you didn't bake on your face. And this is just going to help whenever we do our bronzer. It's not going to be muddy or patchy. Everything will just glide on evenly. We're just going to take that down. Just make sure we don't get anything on our mascara since it is a little wet still. All right. And then I also do an extra step. This is the Younique Mineral Concealer Corrector Loose Powder. You can either do this at the end. I normally like to do it after I do my powder, just because I feel like at the end it kind of just goes on top of everything and it doesn't blend like I would like it to. So you just need the tiniest bit of it. You're just going to swirl that together just like that. Tap off the excess, and then we're just going to put that right where that concealer was at. And this is really going to give you that Instagram filter effect. It's really just going to go ahead and smooth out the skin and give you a really nice complexion. You don't have to do this step. It's a personal preference. So now we're going to go in with bronzer and contouring. I don't really contour my cheeks super heavily, but we're going to go ahead and take the NYC. It's just their bronzer. We're going to go ahead and take that on this is a It Cosmetics. It's basically a dupe for the NARS one that people raved about for forever. So, and we're just going to contour out our cheekbones. So I always do the fishy face, and so you're just going to go at the very top of where your ear starts, and then you can see right along, it does make that line for you. And then I also take some and put it on my forehead, my hairline. And if it looks a little blotchy, we are going to blend it out, so it will be fine. Do the same thing on this side. And doing this step and also bronzing is really going to give your face dimension. Put color back into your skin. And then I put a little bit on your bottom lip, and that's going to make your lip actually look a lot fuller. Even though I already have a semi pretty full lip. And then we're going to go with the Younique Beachfront Bronzer. This is in the shade Malibu. I really like this for a bronzer topper, basically just to bronze up the whole face and your skin. It does have shimmer in it, so I don't really contour with that shade just because, again, it does have shimmer. I just place this right on top. Just gives a really pretty glow. And again, since it does have shimmer when you are in the sun, it will reflect off and it will just make you look like your face is glowing. Just on the nose, usually just on top of everywhere where we put that bronzer at. Just like that. So with blush today, since we do kind of have a dramatic eye, since it was a little bit darker, we're going to go in with a lighter blush, nothing too pink or rose. So it's going to be more of like a peach orange shade. It's going to be by Milani, and it's going to be in the shade Luminoso. It's really subtle, nothing too extreme, but it is going to give your cheeks a little bit more warmth and a little bit of color. So just taking that on a fluffy brush and just tap off the excess. You're just going to put that right on the apples of your cheeks. And I kind of bring it out just so it will kind of blend in with that bronzer and that contour as well. And then you're going to do it again to the other side. And if you get a little bit of a heavy hand, that's okay, because we're going to blend it at the end, so it will blend out. So just like that, just gives a really pretty color on your face, makes you look more awake and not so dull just with the bronzer on. So now we're going to go ahead and carve out the lines down here. So I'm going to take that CoverGirl loose powder that I talked about earlier. We're just going to take just a regular, it can either be damp or it can be dry, whatever you would like. You're just going to take that loose powder, just dip either the back, the front, whatever side, and then we're just going to carve out that bottom part. This is really going to clean up that contour area, so if you got a little sloppy or you had messed up or you put too much blush on or it got too low on your face, it's really going to erase it and just clean it up for you. All right, so we're gonna let that sit just for a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and go on to highlight. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this is by Younique, and it is the a la mode. This is the it is in the shade Benevolent, and it is in their cream to powder finish stick. You can either take the stick and just put it straight on your face. I normally put my finger in it just so I have more control of how much I'm putting on my face. And you're just gonna put that right on the top of your cheekbones just to go ahead and highlight just where the sun would naturally hit your face. Just a little bit in the upper part of the eyebrow. Again, just on your cheeks. It's a really pretty champagne gold color, so it's really going to be flattering on a lot of skin tones. Alright, so again, just on this side. And it does blend super easy since it is a cream to powder. Once it dries, it kind of smooths out. It does turn into a powder. Also a little bit on the nose as well. You can put some on the Cupid's bow as well, or anywhere else on your face, but those are just areas where I like to put my highlight. And then we're just going to take a stippling brush. This is one by Real Techniques. Any brush will work. You can even use your powder brush that you used, but we're going to go ahead and wipe away those lines and then just blend out that very first part of that blush. Same thing on this side, just so it's not too harsh. Go ahead and blend that bronzer on your forehead as well. Alright. And that's really just going to pull everything together and make everything seamless. And then we are almost done. If you stuck to the end of this video, you are awesome. We're just going to do our lower lashes and then we should be done. So again, we were just taking that Maybelline, the Colossal Big Shot mascara, just putting that on our lower lashes. And then we can go ahead and spray our setting spray. This is the Oil Control Urban Decay De-Slick makeup setting spray. Really like this as well. It does let your makeup stay all day. So we'll go ahead and spray that on our face. Just give that a minute to dry. Then last step, we can go ahead and do our lips. I'm just going to take this is actually a Rimmel lip liner. I actually really like these. It is a self-sharpened lip liner, so you don't have to have a sharpener with you. They're very creamy and they do last a long time, so I actually do really like them. This is in the shade 018 Diction, if I want to say if that's the right name. But again, these are really good. So we're just going to go ahead and line our lips. Like I said, they are super creamy. So even when you're lining your lips, it does fill in almost the other part of your lips as well. Alright, so that's that part with the lip liner, and then we're going to go in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Abu Dhabi. Really pretty brown, brown nude I would say, and then it dries to a matte finish, so it will go on more like a mousse and then it will dry. And since we did put down that lip liner, if for any reason your lipstick or any liquid lipstick will fade during the day, that lip liner is going to help it stay. So just like that. And then just in case, to make sure you don't have any on your teeth, you're just going to take your finger and go like that. That way it eliminates any lipstick that got either inside of your lips or that are on your teeth. So this is the final look. I hope you all have enjoyed watching it. If you have any questions, let me know. Just comment down below. I will answer them for you. Leave requests, any other makeup tutorials that you want to do. I'm going to try and do them every weekend if possible, but we'll see what I can work out. But again, thanks for watching, and until my next video. Bye.